Welcome to Outside the Fame. I'm Jayme Parker, and we are here in Foxborough at beautiful Gillette Stadium, a place that Max Lane spent 7 seasons as a key member of the offensive line in the 90s, pushing around and blocking defenders. Well, now Max is still roaming these sidelines, only this time he's looking for offenders as an NFL official uniform inspector. A 6th-round draft pick out of the Naval Academy in 1994, Max Lane was a mainstay on the Patriots' offensive line for the rest of the 90s. He was an integral part of the 1996 team that went to the Super Bowl. He soon retired after leaving the Patriots in 2000, settling down in the New England area to raise his family. For the past 6 years, he has been back in the NFL, working as a uniform inspector. I recently sat down with Max at the Patriots Hall of Fame to talk about his current job and his playing days, which ended right before the Patriots' dynasty years began.
They went on one hell of a run. They won 3 out of the next 4 Super Bowls. So at the time, I was very, what do you call it, bitter. Yeah, I had to wear this outward face of being happy that they were winning.
Right.
But inside, I was upset. And so it really took like a good 5 or 6 years for me to finally be happy for them to be winning again. And as time goes on, I look back at it. I mean, I'm proud of the time that I played in. And, we had good teams. We went to the Super Bowl. We won the division a couple times. Obviously playing with Drew and having Parcells as the coach and Mr. Kraft as the owner. Before all those people got here, there wasn't a whole lot of anything going on. So you come into a place like the Hall of Fame and you see how everything is so slanted towards the Super Bowl championships.
Right.
I know that I was a part of, kind
Getting
of
everything
it all
starting.
up,
For sure, you guys were the Kidland, for no question about it.
I can handle the fact that, okay, people may not know, but I know. And, people that know football know.
So let's go to Super Bowl 31. Let's just talk about that experience.
When you lose a Super Bowl, it kind of taints the experience a little bit. It kind of makes it, that
After the
game
fact
may
is what you're
not be
saying.
like when people ask me like, "What's your most memorable game?" I'm like,
Right.
it's probably winning the AFC Championship game because at that point you're going to the Super Bowl and you have 2 weeks to like think about it. The Super Bowl experience was crazy, just being down in New Orleans for a week, and you felt like rock stars because you had escorts, police escorts, taking you to like practice every day and back. And then just being in New Orleans, which is
the best place to have a Super Bowl, I think,
and,
for me. And Parcells as a coach.
As a coach, I loved him.
Yeah.
Because, like, coming from the Naval Academy, I was used to, if you're not, if you're not there 5 minutes early, you're late.
Right.
And so I was used to that whole hard driving discipline type of a life.
That's true.
And
that is true. You came
so
from that.
to me, it was easy. The thing I always say about Bill was, I couldn't wait to come to work, but it was like walking on eggshells when you were. This one game, we're getting ready to play Carolina, and he comes to see me. He goes, "Hey, Lane," he goes, "you're playing against this guy, Mike Fox, this week. I had Foxy down in New York." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, Coach?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "He's a lot like you. Not a lot of talent, but works real hard."
Wow, was that a backhanded
I'm
compliment?
just like, thank you.
Stay with us on Outside the Fame as Max and I attempt something neither one of us has done before, the sport of ice fishing. This episode of Outside the Fame is brought to you by East Coast Metal Roofing, your lifetime roofing solution. Former Patriot Max Lane has been out of football since 2000, but in between retiring and his current job as an NFL uniform inspector, Max tried a bunch of different things. You're back here in Massachusetts. You stayed here. I mean, you're from a Missouri kid, came back here.
Yeah, so I mean, whenever I was playing, I got married. I had 2 kids, and then I'm divorced now, but my ex-wife is from Gloucester, Mass.
Okay.
So that's what brought me back up here, and my kids were, raised my kids up here.
So tell us about your kids.
2 kids. My daughter Alexis is 22. She is in grad school at Bridgewater State for social work. And then my son Hunter is a sophomore at Holy Cross.
And
on
playing
the football team.
Yeah, and what position
Yeah.
does he play?
He's tight end.
You kind of poured yourself into the Massachusetts area as well. You participate in a lot of charities and do a lot of things. I want to talk about some of the charities.
Oh, yeah.
So one of them, I read up on, you actually participated in a boxing match for Dana-Farber in
Yes, I did.
2012.
Yeah.
How the heck?
Okay.
Okay. Boxing and Max Lane.
Yeah. So I had done, that was my second boxing match, actually. My first boxing match, I fought in some match for the Worcester Boys and Girls Clubs against Lyndon Byers.
Oh, I know, we all know LB.
Yeah. And at the time, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was just a joke match.
Oh, okay.
And when he had told me about it, he said it was for the kids. Walk down to the ring, there's people bleeding, there's people sweating, and then light bulb goes off. This is for real, and I'm fighting Lyndon Byers.
A crazy person.
Yeah, exactly. So that
We
that
love.
one didn't go well.
Yeah.
That one, I think we did like 2 1-minute rounds. It didn't go well. Speed up a couple years later, buddy of mine that was involved in it. It's called Haymakers for Hope, and they still do it today. They do it at the House of Blues in Boston every
Yeah.
spring. He called me up and said, "Hey, we need a heavyweight. Would you be willing to do it?" And I was kind of irate with him. I was like, "Listen, you have me do that. I want a gym. I want a trainer. I'm not just coming in here." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what we do." I ended up losing the match, but it was one of the best experiences of my life.
I love how you just pour yourself into something that you've never done before. That's great. And you also, someone who never skated, you just decided to skate with the Bruins alumni.
That I kind of knew that it was going to be
Right.
more for comedy
Yeah.
than it was
For you, you
like,
mean, or?
for people watching.
Max has also participated in a couple of triathlons, but there's one sport that Max has always wanted to try.
I've always wanted to go ice fishing.
Why were you interested in that?
I was a big fan of the Grumpy Old Men movies. Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, they were the best, 2 of my favorite movies ever.
And because they were ice fishing, you said, "Oh, I'd like to try that."
They made it look a lot of fun.
So I called my good friend Paul Lecchiera from East Coast Metal Roofing, and he met us out at Webster Lake, where I got to drill our first hole.
That's it. That was awesome.
That's it. That's your first hole. That's going to be the lucky hole right there.
There it is. This actually does make us feel better when you're going down that far.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, so you know, it's definitely
It's
safe.
slushy out here. And
4 inches of ice, you're good on typically. 6 inches for max. We're good.
6 inches for
I've heard
Max.
those jokes all my life.
I gotcha.
Once we had our holes, Paul gave us a quick tutorial on setting the line. The always brave Max Lane baited the hook.
So that's good. Now you throw him right in the hole. And we're good to go.
Got him good?
Yeah, he's good. He ain't going nowhere.
See you later.
And this is the honey hole. That's definitely Jayme.
I drilled it.
Let me get you down there. All right.
Each line is attached to a flag that will raise when a fish is on the line, something that didn't take too long to happen.
Set that.
Flag up.
We're gonna flag up.
Uh-oh, we gotta run. Or don't we?
Boom, flag up.
It's turning.
That's not
Do
good.
that on purpose.
No.
Unfortunately, Paul had to head home to change out of his wet clothes, so Max and I moved on to the next hole, and with a little help,
Going.
It is?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I need Paul.
Shiner's still in it. Look at it.
What is
Yeah,
it?
you gotta keep pinching on it or it's gonna shake right off the hook.
Yay! I think we should give him the bait because he didn't even eat it.
It's still alive?
Yeah, we're gonna get another fish with this bait.
Yeah.
So what should we do
Yep,
with this
just
thing
drop
now?
him in head first.
Head first?
You can even flip him right around. I'll take a little dive right into the hole. Ready?
Oh, I'm stuck to him though.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Max. Thank you.
Jesus.
There's ice fish.
well, that's one. We will have more ice fishing coming up, and we'll talk to Max Lane about working for the NFL.
Are you below the ice level?
Welcome back. We're at Webster Lake fishing with former Patriot Max Lane. And now we're going to try a little bit more of a laid-back approach.
Is this the most fun you've ever had, Max?
At 7 in the morning, yes. I mean, my feet are soaked.
You are a grumpy old man.
I am. Because I don't like being misled.
No one misled you. You picked ice fishing. Oh, look at there's a bird over there eating fish off the ice.
That's a seagull.
Yeah?
I know you can't see that far.
I can't. You know my eyes are great. Do you eat bass?
Yeah, I think so. I would eat. I mean, like,
Eat
'cause I
bass?
grew up out in Missouri, so we ate all kinds of like freshwater
You did.
fish. Yeah, we mostly fish for like catfish.
Catfish?
Yeah.
And you eat catfish
Oh
too?
yeah,
Really?
catfish is good.
How do you prepare
Freshwater.
that? Are you a good cook? No, you're not a good cook.
I eat it.
Okay, what's going on with the flags, people? Yeah, I wish I could play an instrument. I can't play any instruments. This takes a lot of patience, right? Fishing?
Fishing.
I feel like we
Yes.
should be, I don't know, smoking cigar. Oh, I got bourbon. Right?
We can't be putting that stuff on camera though.
What? What else do you do when you sit out here? You know everybody's jealous right now. Oh, smell that, Max.
Jesus.
That'll wake you up,
Oh wow.
right?
2 good rounds. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing more than just
You gotta
smelling
take a
it,
swig.
right?
Yeah, you gotta
All
take a swig of it. Max, we gotta get something going here, right?
That's it. I can
Gotta
feel
get
it.
something
I can
going. You feel
it.
something
I
going?
can feel something's coming.
All right,
soon.
I'm gonna look. Oh, flag up! Flag up! Flag up!
While we check that out,
All right.
let's get back to our recent talk at Gillette Stadium, where Max is back working every home game as an NFL uniform inspector.
I've been doing it for I think the last 6 years or so, and the guy that did it before me was this guy Jim Bowman. Played football here in the late '80s. I used to see him in the locker room all the time, and when I became an alumni and started going to alumni meetings, became friends with him, and I asked him, I'm like, Bowman, like, what were you doing in our locker room? And he goes, well, I'm making sure guys are wearing their uniform the right way. Their socks pulled up, their pants are over the knee, all that. And I was like, they're like, well, where do you go for that? And he was like, anywhere I want. He goes, most of the time during the game, I'm following the down markers.
Really?
And I was like, they pay you for that? And then he was like, yeah, pretty good too, and he told me, and I'm like, and he started complaining about the traffic and everything like that, and having to deal with coming here on game day. And I said, listen, anytime you want to get rid of that gig, I'm your guy. So I bugged him for the next 10 years.
Oh my gosh,
And,
are you kidding me?
every once a year, I'd be like, hey, you ready to give me that job? And then finally, like 6 years ago or so, he said, the NFL wants 2 guys at every stadium. And so whenever I came on, he was tired of doing the away team. So
Right.
he did the home team and I did the away team.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, so just kind of give us the play-by-play. You come here, you come early, right?
Come here, like get to the stadium about 2 hours before the game.
2 hours before the game.
And then when they came out of the tunnel, that's when I would do the, I'd be like writing down
So you just
violations.
take little notes. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see here.
See, I got it here. See right here.
Okay.
So this is like from the Jacksonville game.
What's the most common violation?
Well, you're not wearing any socks.
I
So
am wearing socks. They're
You
just
would be-
hidden.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
They're not pulled up though, and I'm showing skin.
Well, they can't be.
That's-
That's a violation.
Oh
That's a
gosh.
violation. Big things are as pants supposed to be over the knee. A lot of guys like to wear them up here.
Okay. Yep.
Like especially like in the warm weather when they're not wearing tights.
Right.
The first game they did was against Green Bay preseason, and nobody was wearing tights, so all the knees were showing. And there's probably I literally could have put on like probably half the team.
Oh gosh.
So I go and I'm nervous because it's my first
first
time
one,
back
yeah,
that,
yeah.
I'm a little overwhelmed and all that. And I go to Jim Bowman at halftime and I said, Jim, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I could literally put half the team on. Like, he goes, Max, he goes, just put a couple guys on just to justify our existence. And then my stress level just like
That's
came
awesome.
way down. One of the other perks of the job that I like is being able to look on the roster. Let's see. Let's pull that up.
I like how he brought his show and tell material.
So when you come into the stadium, you always pick up a card that has
Roster.
like, you know, the rosters of both teams. And since I do the away team, I look at the roster and I look at the coaches, and then I go through there because a lot of times the guys that I played with or played against, you know, they could be coaching the other teams.
That's
and so
right.
there's been guys, you know, like the Rams who just won the Super Bowl. One of their receivers was Van Jefferson. His dad, Sean Jefferson, and I played together, and Sean coaches for the Cardinals.
Oh my goodness.
So then over the years, he's coached at other teams. So I'll look on there and I'll be like, okay, and I'll look out for him out there and you know, make sure I go say hi.
That's awesome.
yeah.
I mean, have you ever thought about being a coach?
I thought about it, but I think I was getting divorced at the time, and then
Okay.
it became a point where I didn't want to move. And I think you got to be willing to move if you're going to make it. I mean, I helped out coaching in high school whenever my son was in high school, and that was a lot of fun. But as far as like, you know, being a college and a pro coach, I mean, those guys put in a ton of hours.
yeah.
Their career paths are like 2 years here, 2 years here, 2 years, you know,
Right,
and it's like
right.
all over the place.
Well, why don't you stick to being the inspector? I like
That's good
that.
enough for now.
When we come back, we'll have more with Max Lane, and we're not done ice fishing just yet.
Which way is he going?
No.
No, don't pull. No.
We're at Webster Lake, where fish whisperer Paul Lakiera of East Coast Metal Roofing has returned just when we needed him. So while Max Lane tries to get to the hole in time, we are already on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm coming to him, I'm coming.
I don't know if he's on anymore. Oh no, he's on probably. I think he's coming towards it. Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah!
Woo!
You got him good too. Hold on. Okay. Boom!
Oh, I think that's the same one!
Yeah, this
Is
is
it bigger
a
than
good
the other one?
Nice pull.
Oh my God!
What
look
is
at him.
this?
This is what we
miss?
come for right here.
What did I miss?
This is what you missed right here.
Max, this is as big as you!
So
I'll be
when you
a
go
little bit.
fishing, the key is to when you're showing it to somebody, you always
Yep.
hold it out like this. It makes it look bigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have it up close, it's tiny,
Oh,
but this is a good sized fish. If you can see here, you got probably about a 4-pounder
nice.
here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
That's a good one right there.
I'm a fisher woman!
Fisher person.
Nice.
Fisher person!
That's a nice. So obviously that's a large
This thing is
mouth.
heavy!
Yeah, you got a 4-pounder there.
Gosh. All right, this is my workout for the day.
Let me see what 4 pounds feels like.
Let's see what. How?
Yeah. So bass, obviously they're good. They don't have teeth.
That's pretty good.
That's a nice bass though.
Curls.
Mass, it doesn't look that big next to you.
So you
It
hold it
looks
out.
much bigger when I'm holding it. That is
So
awesome. We
that's-
need some photos.
This is my first bass of the year right here, so you gotta kiss it.
Oh, okay. Where are we at?
Right here.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Oh God.
Mwah. There you go. So that's gonna bring you luck all season.
Yeah, baby. Max got to
That's all right, I
kiss.
didn't catch it.
One, right on the top, right on the top. There you go.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, back home, buddy.
Oh,
That's
thank
it.
you.
I've had worse kisses.
I like this ice fishing thing. Thank you for introducing me to this.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
glad you
fabulous.
were able
And
to
Max,
come out. Yeah.
you introduced Max and I to ice
Absolutely.
fishing.
And I think we got a flag up potentially over here.
Oh.
Flag up!
I
Oh,
got
flag up!
There's a pickerel.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah, that's a pickerel.
Oh, he's off the hook.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, slow it down there, bud.
Hold on, I'll grab them. All right, so these.
Do they have teeth?
Yeah, this one has teeth, so you gotta be careful.
Oh, and he's opening his mouth
Yeah.
too at you. He's pissed.
Oh yeah.
This one has teeth.
So this is a pickerel. A little bit different than what we've been
yeah.
catching. We caught all bass so far.
Looks like an alligator.
I
Yeah,
know,
so
look at the
yeah.
front of his face.
Yeah, this one does have teeth, so you can't hold it like a bass.
Oh, okay.
You know, these are very bony. They can get big though. You can catch.
He's
Yeah. So they call it a chain. This is called
really
a chain
pretty
pickerel.
though, yeah.
So if you look at it, it looks like a a chain link fence almost on
Yeah.
there. That's a chain pickerel.
Oh, I'm glad we caught another one.
You want to hold them or?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm a
So
fisher.
just get a good.
Oh my God, he's so
You want
slimy.
to, yeah, you want to grip up there.
Oh God. Oh! Ah!
Just-
He's squeezing the life
Yeah.
out of him.
oh,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Do
A
I
little
kill
bit
him?
of. Nah, you want to let him go though. Let him go. Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
buddy.
all.
So what should we say to Paul for teaching us all this? We know how to drill now. We know how to sound. Oh, I like sound. I like the orange one too, the orange sound thing. So that means, and then we pull it up.
But what's
3
the big
feet.
thing? What are we here for? The flag up.
The flag up is my favorite part. You gotta yell it too. Yell it.
Flag up!
Yes.
Flag up! I can't do it. That hurts my throat. But I listen. I totally appreciate you teaching us all this. This
Yeah.
it was an incredible morning.
Oh, it's a good experience coming out here, and it's fun. You
Yeah.
know, to grow the sport and do something like this. You're out in nature instead of sitting in your house being all cooped up.
No question about it. We're out here being grumpy men. Right there. Grumpy
Yeah, but
old
hey,
men.
nice bass. Nice bass.
Thank you, I think.
How come you have to pull it up so slow?
All right, here, pull. Go ahead. Pull.
I got you, Jimmy.
Oh, no.
Yes!
There was one on though. There was one. I had him hooked.
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
God, that was pretty easy to pull it up.
This episode of Outside the Fame is brought to you by East Coast Metal Roofing, your lifetime roofing solution.